In early July, 49-year-old Joe Meadows was enjoying the waters of Lake Coeur when something went horribly wrong. He slipped beneath the surface and drowned. For more than a month, his mom and dad held out hope that he would come home. And then yesterday, the Cooney County dive team used a special robot and recovered his body and began to bring closure to his family. KXLY 4's Colleen O'Brien sat down with Joe's father today to learn who he was and how they're coping.
Joe's father, Bob Meadows, says the discovery of their son has brought their family sadness, but also a sense of relief so they can stop wondering where he is. Bob says his son was the most kind-hearted, generous person he knew, and understandably, he'll be missed.
All of his friends called him Scrappy Joe. Other than being a good son, he was a great friend. You'd meet a stranger, and 30 seconds later, they were friends for life.
After a month and a half of wondering, Bob Meadows and his wife learned the hard reality. Their son had drowned in Lake Coeur, but they still have questions.
We're trying to understand why he would jump off of a boat.
Once in the water, Joe's friend tried desperately to save him.
Said Joe looked at him and kind of gurgled and says, "Help me." And then he slipped under the water.
For a while, Bob and his wife held out hope that it was just an elaborate prank, that Joe disappeared into the woods to be alone like he had so many times before. But yesterday's volunteer operation brought some answers, and for Bob, closure.
Now we knew where he was at, and we could bring him home. And him not be in that deep, cold water.
Bob says he'll take Joe's ashes to the one place he loved most, the mountains.
We're just going to have a good time and remember Joe, and we're going to do it because that's what he would want.
Joe drowned on July 6th at the age of 49. Bob says he would have been 50 on July 10th. He left behind 4 sons, ages 22 to 27. And now the family's waiting for an autopsy that will be performed Monday at Holy Family to determine exactly how Joe died. Colleen O'Brien, KXLY 4 HD News.